MVP.
What a great slide by Acuna. He hurdles and picks up the first down. Sweet 16 for Spencer.
Steal second. Then go into a split.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of the J&J Sports Talk Podcast. I'm Jalen. This is my boy John. We like to talk about sports. And today we'll be talking about the up-and-coming NFL season. You know, the preseason's already gone by. We've seen all the rookies. We've seen all the secondaries. And we're just going to talk about our predictions and hot takes for this up-and-coming season. We'll be talking about other sports-related news and everything like that. But we're just going to start off with, will the Falcons have a winning season this season?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Like, to begin with, they downgraded from Matt Ryan, who was a 2016 MVP, who has just been consistent year after year, getting like 4,000 plus yards, and they've downgraded from him to Marcus Mariota. Don't get me wrong, he's younger than Matt Ryan. He has some potential. But, man, when I saw that highlight reel of when they first signed him, I was astonished. It was just a whole bunch of terrible plays, and I'm like, they can't be serious with these, right?
Exactly.
But, I mean, it was the right move because the Falcons, they needed to rebuild for so long, and they've been trying to, but it's so hard to rebuild when you have a very good MVP quarterback, a consistent quarterback. It becomes expensive, and you can't try and rebuild when you're paying so much. And yeah, I mean, Matt Ryan's big cost was just holding the Falcons back from getting a proper rebuild. So it was the right move. They did downgrade quarterbacks, but it was the right move. Now, you know, it's just most likely going to be their worst season in a while for them. Matt Ryan, he didn't have many good receivers to throw to, so you'd think, how could it get more worse than last season? But it can get worse. But the Falcons are taking the right steps to rebuild. They have a lot of young talent, like Kyle Pitts. Man, he had a phenomenal rookie season. It was very strange, though. He hardly got any touchdowns. I think he had one touchdown in America, and I think that was in the Pro Bowl. The only other touchdown was maybe in an out-of-country game. But, yeah, and A.J. Terrell, he's just been dominant. He's been a beast. You forget how good he is because of how bad the Falcons' defense has been. But they also have veteran... You could call him a veteran running back, Cordell Patterson. He's not the best. I don't know if I would consider him a top 15 running back in the league right now, but he gets the job done, and he's a good fit for the Falcons. And, you know, you got kicker Young Hoku. He's just a beast, man. He's like the third most accurate kicker in the league right now. He's been good for such a while now. And they're doing the right things to rebuild. It's just unfortunate that they have to take a very bad season this season to rebuild. But, like, they've just lost so much value over the years. You know, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley Jr., Casey Howard Jr. I believe they had Casey Howard Jr. That's just insane. Russell Gage Jr., Calvin Ridley, I don't know if I already said him, and more. They just aren't the same 2016 Super Bowl team anymore, and they won't be for a while. My boy John's back, and tell us about any pickups that have caught your eye, any pickups you think people need to know about.
There's a few. I mean, I'm just going to name one. The one I really liked the most was the Chargers picking up Sonny Michel. I know they have Austin Eckler, but Sonny Michel is a great backup for them. I don't know who their backup was. I think it was like Joshua Kelly or something like that. So I had no idea who that is. So I think that was a very good pickup, and it's definitely going to make their offense even more scary than what it was last year. What do you think?
I agree. I feel like the Los Angeles Rams didn't use him right last season.
Or enough.
But enough, yeah. But he still had 845 yards, only 4 touchdowns though. His longest run was 39 yards, and we could probably look at the Chargers backup, but I'm sure they don't compare to Sony Michel's. And yeah, I think it's just a great pickup I've seen nobody talk about. Do you think the Colts will finally make a deep playoff run, maybe even a Super Bowl contender this year?
Not biased. I am a Colts fan, but
Big
I think
Colts fan.
yes. Picking up Matt Ryan was very key. Carson Wentz was trash for him last year. They got some nice offensive weapons: Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, and their defense is going to be pretty scary. So watch out.
Yeah, as we said earlier, like Matt Ryan, he was an MVP quarterback. He's been consistent. He's good. He just hasn't had the best receivers to work with here recently. And now he's got Michael Pittman Jr. to work with, Alec Pierce. And the Colts, they made a fantastic defensive pickup. Former Super Bowl champion, former Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, picked him up from the Patriots, I believe, and that's just going to be such a good pickup for this Colts defense.
Veteran leader.
Yeah, veteran cornerback, one of the best there is. They still have DeForest Buckner. Hopefully he has a crazy breakout season.
Shaquille
Leonard.
When he returns, they got Kenny Moore.
I think DeForest Buckner is going to at least get 12 sacks this season.
12?
Yeah. He's had 7 last season. I think he's going to make a jump this season. I mean, the Colts defense, they forced the second most turnovers last season. They were the team with the second most turnovers, and that just shows you how good the defense was at the times they needed it. On the third downs and fourth downs. They also traded for Yannick Nagoku. I don't even know how to say his name, from the Raiders.
That was a good pickup.
It was a very good pickup. He had 10 sacks last season. That's even more than DeForest Buckner. The defense is just going to be on point. But that offense, though, Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor, which don't even get me started on him. He could have a potential MVP season, right?
Easily.
With
the offensive line?
Yeah.
Easily.
With that great offensive line. What's his name? He's an offensive lineman for the Colts. I'm trying to think of his name. Quentin Nelson? No, I don't think so.
Kelly. Quentin Nelson is the nastiest offensive lineman.
Yeah.
From Notre
But
Dame.
Brandon Smith as well.
Braden Smith, yeah.
Braden Smith, he, out of 711 snaps, he's only allowed 4 sacks. That's crazy
impressive.
good.
That's a
very
nice
good.
stat.
They have an amazing O-line. Yes, they did give up some O-line. They lost 2 important O-linemen. I know one of them went to the Bengals, but I don't think that matters much. But Jonathan Taylor, I think he has chances to win MVP this season, because Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's going to be able to perform as good as he did last season.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Taylor has a big chance to win this MVP. The last running back to win MVP was in 2012, and it was Adrian Peterson, who had 2,097 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns in 16 games. So, if Jonathan Taylor, I think he could beat that. And I just think this Colts offense and defense can make a really good run in the playoffs and could be a Super Bowl contender. That division's hard, though, AFC. You know, you got the Bills and Chargers up in there, but we'll see how it goes. Let's talk about some baseball. You know, some recent news. You know, we're Braves fans. I don't know if you can tell. Got the Tyler Matzik bobblehead. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you can tell by the shirts. I don't know, but...
By the way, they're winning. Go Braves.
Yeah, they're winning like 7-1, right?
7-1.
Yeah, the Sandy Alcantara, who? Anyways. But recent Braves news. Acuna reportedly said that his knee still is bothering him bad, but he's going to play through it, push through it. How do you feel about that?
Awful. He needs to not necessarily be set down for the year, but I would let him sit till postseason starts. I feel like we're about to have Soroka come back, Ozzy, and we're getting healthy, so we don't need to lose one of our best players. We didn't have him last year. I know we won the World Series last year without him, but he definitely makes a difference.
Well, but that's the thing, though. If we save him to the postseason and we bring him back, is he not going to be cold?
Possibly, but I would rather have a cold Acuna than not having Acuna at all. He's definitely, he can hit a bomb at any time. He can get hot at any time. I just feel like, why try to play him and re-injure him? And I just wouldn't take any chances. But
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, it sucks that his knee's still bothering him like over a year later, and I'm sure playing on it, all that running, sliding, that batting stance just isn't helping at all. But I hope the best for him. His quote, what he said was, the status on his knee is, "It's terrible. We're just going to play through it until the season's over." Hopefully nothing bad happens, but what John said, I think it'd be a great idea to just let him rest and let that knee get better. Who cares if when we bring him back he's going to be a little bit cold? I'd rather,
we're
like
almost we're almost a postseason lock. Even if we just get wild card to start with, I would just rather have him this year during the postseason run to see if he can get hot, because he can get hot at any time.
Yeah, I mean, the Braves have such a bright future. We have Michael Harris, Vaughn Grisham. We had not an overwhelming trade deadline, but we did have a decent trade deadline. Grossman, who's been doing great for us. Iglesias, who has been doing great for us when our bullpen has underperformed at times. Iglesias has been a great pickup. But speaking about Braves pitchers, Spencer Strider, man, with the 16 strikeouts last night.
Congrats, Strider.
Broke the Atlanta franchise record for most strikeouts
for
in a game. It was previously held by John Smoltz, Braves legend, Braves Cy Young winner. I don't know how many times he won Cy Young, but he won it a lot. But yeah, Strider last night, he struck out 16 Colorado Rockies in 8 innings.
Look, I get it's against the Rockies, and people are going to be like, well, they're not that good of a team. They're a decent team. Mm-hmm. They're not bad. It's just, he's a rookie, so, I mean, give credit where it's due.
He's a rookie who is basically a two-pitch pitcher. He mostly only throws that fastball and that slider, but the fact that he threw only the fastball in the first inning and struck everybody out, that's crazy.
That slider's nasty, though.
Yeah, it's a weapon, because if you keep throwing fastballs to them, and then once they start getting onto the fastballs, 3 innings into the game, you throw in a slider, they haven't seen that slider yet, and you just have them messed up.
100.
Yeah, and he's just a beast, man. Do you think he's going to win Rookie of the Year? Ooh. National League?
National League? They got Michael Harris. Grisham, I don't think he's not going to... He's good, but I don't think he's in the conversation like Michael Harris and Strider, but it's going to be close. They're both performing well. Strider, I feel like Strider's just getting better and better, more confidence. Michael Harris is staying consistent. It's tough. It's going to come down to the wire, and I think either Michael Harris or Strider I'll be happy with.
Yeah, I mean, Harris has had a crazy season, but so has Strider. I think he's Rookie of the Year for sure. A National League pitcher hasn't won Rookie of the Year since DeGrom back in 2016, I believe.
I think so.
And it's crazy, but listen to these Strider facts. In 28 games, so in 114.2 innings, Strider has struck out 174 batters. That's more strikeouts than innings he's played, with only 38 walks and an ERA of 2.67 with a WHIP of 0.977. And what WHIP is, it's walks and hits averaged by plate appearance, I believe, and it's not even 1, it's below 1, 0.977. And he has an average of 13.7 strikeouts per 9 innings. That is just insane.
Is that lead the league? National League?
I think that may lead the league, unless Sandy Alcantara may have that.
Or DeGrom.
Yeah, DeGrom. Well, DeGrom just got back, so it may not be that high, but
Scherzer.
that's amazing. And breaking that franchise record as a rookie, that's got to be just some other feeling. And congrats to Spencer Strider. I think he's National League Rookie of the Year. He's going crazy. He's a stud. And yeah.
It's only just begun.
Yep, it's only just begun. The Braves have such a bright future with these rookies, man.
Yep.
But yeah.
What we got next?
You want to talk about some football now?
Yeah.
Back to football?
What else we got?
College?
We talk about some college. Yeah. I know we're a little behind on the top 25 locks.
Yeah, some games have already been played.
Some games have already been played. If you want to pull up the games.
College football?
Yeah. We'll just talk about the ones that haven't played yet. Just go to yeah. And then you should be able to.
You may have to pull it up.
I can pull it up
because you
on
had
my
it
phone.
pulled up earlier. But John right here, he knows a lot more college football than I do. It's just hard to keep up with college football because it's just such a shorter span.
All right, we'll start with Colorado, Michigan. Michigan's definitely a lock on that. They're favored 30.5 points.
Michigan, man, they had such a great season last season, but then the Georgia Bulldogs just stomped all over them. The Georgia's defense last season was just something else. It was insane. Michigan had no chance, just like Cincinnati had no chance against Bama.
All right, Georgia and Oregon. I feel like Georgia's a lock on that. They're favored 16.5. I know Dan Lanning, defense coordinator, went to Oregon, so they might have an edge, but I think that's a lock also.
I don't know. Over the past few months, I've been stuck in between these two, Oregon and Georgia, because Oregon, they're a good football team. You know, like John said, that defensive coordinator from Georgia is now going over to Oregon. Georgia's defense was crazy last season, and I'm sure some of it had to do with him. So I'm going to lock in with Georgia on this one, but I think it could be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon ends up winning. But yeah.
All right, BYU playing South Florida. That's probably going to be a lock. Mississippi, Ole Miss at Troy. That's probably a lock. They're favored 21.5. Utah versus Florida. They're favored 2.5. That's kind of.
I have Florida. I believe Florida will win that game.
Okay, so I agree. I think Florida, they're playing in the swamp. That's going to be tough for Utah. I don't think that's going to be a block.
Florida Nation down there is just something else. I'm sure those fans are going to be loud. And the only reason I'm going with Florida is because I was listening to some Florida fan earlier talk about why they're going to win. So I believe him. He had some confidence.
Alabama, obviously a lock.
Alabama against Utah?
Utah State.
You skipped over on purpose? Okay.
Clemson, Georgia Tech. That's probably a lock. They're favored 23. Clemson.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech is at Georgia Tech, but I just think Clemson's too strong.
I think Georgia Tech's just a fill-in football team at this point.
North Carolina State at East Carolina, favored by 12. I'm gonna lock that in with North Carolina State. What do you think?
I think North Carolina State, just because East Carolina, I think year in year they're just not as good as they set out to be.
All right, Texas A&M against Sam Houston State, obviously a lock.
Yeah, lock. Texas A&M, the best college football team because they beat Bama last season.
Thank you guys. University of Miami versus Bethune-Cookman. That's a lot for me. They're favored almost 50 points.
Jeez.
Arkansas and Cincinnati.
I think that would be a good game.
I can't lock Arkansas on that.
Arkansas
versus
so good
last year.
Cincinnati was so good last year, but they don't have Desmond Ridder anymore.
Or Alex Pierce.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That'll be definitely a close game, but I think I have Cincinnati on that one.
All right, we got Houston at UTSA. I'm gonna lock that. They're only favored by 4 somehow, but I think Houston. I'm locking Houston. I don't know if you can see.
We saving the best for last?
Yeah.
All right.
UTEP at Oklahoma. I'm going to lock that one. They're favored by 30. Rice, USC. I'm going to lock USC. What do you think?
Yeah, I got USC. They're favored by 32 points.
Yeah, USC is going to be pretty scary this year.
Yeah.
They got that new Lincoln Riley, and they've got a couple recruits that came in. Baylor versus Albany. I'm locking that. They're favored to 41.5 at home.
Jeez.
You locking?
Yeah, I'm locking with Baylor.
Okay. Wisconsin versus Illinois State, favored by 35.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Locking that. And Kentucky at Miami, Ohio. I'm going to lock that, even though they're only favored to 15. But I think Kentucky can be a pretty decent team this
Kentucky
year.
seemed like they were going to have such a great season last season, and then they ran into the Dogs, and then they just started losing. They weren't as good as they seemed to be. They were 6-0 going against the 6-0 Dogs, and then after that, it just seemed to fall off.
All right, so I might get a little backlash on this because we got Georgia stuff behind us, but I am an Irish fan, born and raised in Indiana.
And Notre Dame versus Ohio State. That's probably going to be the game of the week, game of the day.
I'm not going to lock Notre Dame in, but Notre Dame has a very good chance of winning this game. They just got to limit the big plays and turnovers, and
it's going to be a very good game. Ohio State, just time and time again, they're a good football school. They're a good football team. But so is Notre Dame. They just hardly miss the playoffs. It seems like nearly every year. They're just always missing one key factor that seems to not let them be super great. But, yeah, I mean, I could see that game going either way. Ohio State does have the better chances, only by 16. But
yeah, they're favored 16. But let's check. Braves are up 8-1, guys. Go Braves. Bottom in the 8th.
Go to live.
Grossman's
up to bat.
Beeler for the
Marlins.
Let's see. Travis hit 2 homers tonight. Go Travis.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang. Darno is hopefully he's starting to pick up because after the All-Star break, his average has been like a low 100s. He just hasn't been seeing the ball good. But here recently, he got that walk-off hit, and he's just been starting to pick up again, and I'm glad. He's a good ball player.
I thought we traded Jesse Chavez.
He just came back the other day, and it was epic.
We traded him back?
I don't know how it worked. I think we screwed the Angels with something.
Because I swear we traded him for Iglesias.
Angels, yeah. And then we got him back. I don't know for what. I didn't get it, but
I did not know that. That's
because
he was good. I was sad that he left.
Yeah, I was sad too. But what's it called? AA is a genius. You can't
look at that
him.
ER at 2.06 for Jesse Chavez. Morton's a 4.01, but he pitches well enough to get us.
Yeah, he gets a lot of strikeouts, but he gives up a lot of homers. He's the Atlanta Braves version of Garrett Cole. You know, Garrett Cole, he's first pitcher this season to 200 strikeouts, but he gives up a lot of homers because he challenges people with the fastball, and Charlie Morton does the same.
All right, guys. Yankees are still awful right now. They started off very, very good. They're getting beat 5-0 right now.
After the All-Star break, the Yankees have just been falling apart. They've been exposed. They've just been riding the back of Aaron Judge and
Garrett Cole, but they do have a lot of pitchers that are hurt right now. So maybe once they get healthy again, that will be a different story. Mets are winning still. Let's see.
Let's talk about the Orioles, though. They're only one game out from the wild card. They've made just such a crazy comeback, and they just said it's just a different feeling in the dugout now that's just really gotten them to pick back up. They're in 4th in the AL East, and they're 70-61, and they're 1 win behind the Jays, 2 wins behind the Rays, and 9 wins behind the Yankees.
I think they're going to be good enough just to make it in. I don't think they're going to get second or anything like that. That's a tough
division.
The Red Sox, Blue Jays, Rays, even though nobody in that division has 80 wins yet.
Yeah. The Yankees looked like they were going to go for the the Mariners' record of most wins in a season, and then August hit, and they've just done awful.
Seattle is going to be, if they can make it, they might be pretty sneaky, scary.
Yeah, Astros scary, Dodgers scary, man.
They're on another 4-game win streak.
Dang.
Braves, come on, we're 3 games behind. If we win, Mets win, we got to win. We got to at least stay.
Phillies could sneak into the playoffs. They're on paper their team is
they're probably gonna get
wild card.
They're probably gonna get a wild card because they're in 3rd place.
I mean, on paper they have such a good overall team. Their pitching's not the best, but they have Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber.
Their lineup is scary.
Alec Boehm. They have
Reese Hopkins,
Real
Muto.
They're good. They have such a good team. They just don't play that well all the time. They'll have games where they'll beat out the Braves 11-1 in the third inning, but that's because Ian Anderson was pitching. But still, 11-1 in the 3rd inning.
Come on,
and then they'll have some games where their defense is so inconsistent. They'll have some of the worst defense in the league a lot of the time.
Right.
But before we wrap up the podcast, you want to play a little game, John?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to think of a player in my head, and you will have to try to guess the player as fast as you can. Just ask questions like what sport, what's their age. I may not know their age straight away, but I can give you an old, young. I can tell you like what position they play. All right, let me think of a player.
So we'll do this like at the end of each episode, or
like do different games at the end of each episode. Actually, I'm gonna search up a picture of this player and I'm gonna show the camera. I just look away, all right, so they know who I'm going to pick. Let me think. All right. Give me a second. Let me show them. I don't know if the camera can really pick that up. I don't know if it picked it up. But anyways, all right. All right, John.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so start asking questions.
Does he play baseball?
Nope.
Football?
Yep.
NFL?
Yes.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Does he play for the Los Angeles Rams?
No.
Is it Jalen Hurts?
No.
Just a wild guess. Sorry, guys, that was stupid. Is he currently on a team?
Yes.
Is he like a Pro Bowl caliber player?
He has before, and this season he potentially could, but he hasn't for a while. But this season he could.
Matt Ryan.
Yes. Dang.
Let's go.
All right, now you pick a player, and I will try to guess them. I'll just look down. Dang,
Sorry.
he got that pretty quick.
That kind of gave away the Pro Bowl thing, kind of.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl thing. But man, I don't know where Odell Beckham's gonna sign with. He may wait till his injury's done before he signs somewhere.
He's probably gonna ring chase again. Sorry, but he did last year. Bro, quit looking. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry. All right. Go.
Baseball or football?
You got
Do they play baseball or football?
football.
All right. Offense or defense?
Offense.
All right. Offense plays football. Do they play quarterback?
Yes.
All right. Have they ever won MVP?
I think so.
All right. Do they still play?
Yes.
All right. Have they won a Super Bowl?
Yeah. I have to double check. Sorry.
Let me go with the wild guess here. Russell Wilson? No, okay. I was thinking Russell Wilson.
Yes, he has.
All right, he has one.
He won one.
Patrick Mahomes.
How did he guess that? Oh my God, we both guessed about the same.
Dang. I was just thinking of like people who like don't have as more like known Super Bowl wins. I guess I was thinking Russell Wilson because you were thinking possibly MVP and possibly Super Bowl wins. So I was like Russell Wilson maybe. Does Russell Wilson have an MVP? I don't know.
Probably when they won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'm gonna choose another player now.
All right, so our podcast might not be organized. It's just gonna be fun, and so I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, then cool. But it's not gonna be like super organized to start with until we can get going. So
all right, look away. Okay, they can definitely see that one. All right. All right.
does he play football?
No.
Baseball.
Yep.
Austin Riley.
Nope. Imagine you got it. That
He's
first
scared.
guess, bro.
Has he won a World Series?
No, I do not believe so. Yeah, probably, definitely not.
Is he an All-Star caliber player?
Yes, he is.
Is he a rookie?
He is not.
Is he infielder?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani?
No.
Is he on a postseason team that will be in the postseason?
Not this season. Maybe in the upcoming
you got a good
seasons,
one.
but they definitely, I do not, unless they make a turnaround, they are not a postseason team.
And I guess I'm going to have to pick some players from the Mets. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mets fans. I'm just kidding.
Most likely make the postseason.
They will. They're a very scary team.
Braves won.
Go Braves. Thank you, guys.
Yep, go Braves. Anyways, alright. So, they're not a rookie, infielder.
Outfielder.
They are an infielder.
They are an infielder? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Matt Olson.
No.
Oh, wait. He's going to play. He plays on the Braves. God. Come on, guys. Help me out. Fernando Tatis.
No.
Is he a well-known player?
Yes, very well known, especially this season.
Shortstop?
No.
Second base?
No.
I'm trying to narrow it down. Third base?
No.
First base?
No.
Catcher?
No.
Pitcher?
Yes.
God. Spencer Strider?
No.
I don't know why I keep saying Braves players. I'm just trying to guess it.
Yeah.
He's a pitcher?
Yes.
Has he won a Cy Young?
I don't believe so.
Is he a starter?
Yes, he is a starter.
And he plays for a team that's not going to make the postseason this year.
Correct.
Sandy Alcantara?
Yep.
Let's go.
Nice.
I just thought of the best pitcher that was probably not going to make the postseason.
Yeah. Alright, do
What's
we want to
going
do
on?
one more?
Let's see what's going on in Bleacher Report.
Alright, let's see some
Since
of the
college
new
football's
stuff.
going on. Wait, slow down, bro.
Alright. Bama better.
The college football coach is stuck in an elevator.
Oh, dang, no. Listen to this. This is from the Reddit College Football. They say, Bama better hope Kansas and Vandy meet in the college football pro semis because they don't have the depth to beat them back-to-back. Ooh.
They're saying Bama does have the depth?
Yeah.
Beat who back-to-back?
To be Kansas and Vandy back-to-back.
Probably beat both those teams by 30 points each.
Yeah, wait,
back
hold
to
on.
back.
Vanderbilt?
Yes, Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt
It's a decent team.
They were the worst team in the SEC last season. Complete bottom.
Okay, but still, SEC is a good.
Last season, SEC wasn't as great as they usually are. I mean, like, the SEC's always been like a huge, tough division, and I know the two people in the championship were two SEC teams, but other than that, the SEC just wasn't that hot last season. Other than the Dogs and Bama.
Yeah, LSU wasn't good.
Big Ten was hot though. They had Michigan State. Well, I don't know if Michigan State's.
I think they were still top 25.
Ohio State was big.
I was surprised Ohio State didn't make it last year with all the weapons they had. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else they got going on in college football.
All right.
We already did the stuck in the elevator. Ooh, college football hit.
Ooh.
Ow.
Dang. Hold on, I can screen share.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Look. Wait, no.
Oh,
I just want to do Chrome tab. No, I'll do.
You gotta click on it and it'll let you.
Yeah, I know. Alright, now we're sharing screen, and let's look at this hit right here once it loads. Let's give it a second to load.
Oh, that was a good hit.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Let's look at this right here. They said hit stick activated. Ooh. Oh, made him drop the ball and everything.
I don't know if that was an foam. That was probably an incomplete pass, though.
Yeah.
I doubt
if he didn't make a receiver move, then it was probably incomplete. Let's see.
I think he barely even got to catch it.
Yeah.
Go no further.
Wait, let's go.
I still can't see.
Yeah, he didn't even get to take a step forward. That was a great hit.
What did that say?
Yesterday, Junior White went viral for his acting.
Flop. Oh my god! I thought they weren't allowing fake injuries, or was that just like try to get a penalty? Probably.
Yeah, it was a penalty thing.
Oh, not the fake injury. I was concerned about the twisting and twerking of my leg and ankle.
Let's look at it. I think they're talking about down here.
Yeah, he kind of took him down, but I don't think. I mean, he could have got injured. He has a knee brace on, but
yeah.
Okay, we saw that awesome
Michigan
catch.
State is in a battle with Western Michigan. The Spartans' lead is down to 21-13. They've came back with 49 seconds left in the third quarter.
They still got a lot of football.
Let's see. Can we look at scores?
Yeah, right there. Wait.
13-35.
That was old. Yeah, I see.
That was earlier. Now it's the fourth quarter.
That'd be over.
They're leading. Yeah.
I figured Michigan would whoop them.
Yeah. I think we could wrap up the podcast here. It's been a nice episode 1. We got some topics, made some predictions, some hot takes.
Yep.
I think it's been a pretty good episode 1. If you like what you see, if you like baseball, you like football,
keep watching.
Yeah, keep watching, subscribe. We're going to be talking about sports a lot. And
I don't know if it'll be every night.
Every few days for sure. Any big news though, we'll probably be right on it.
As soon as possible. Probably be on tomorrow after all the top 25 teams play.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those and then maybe talk about some more baseball. I know NFL starts up on the 11th, so coming up soon we'll have some more football. So appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for watching, and catch us next time on the next podcast.
Go Irish.
Go Braves.